Welcome back to the Superior Comic Show. And today we are going to be taking a look at Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
These guys use brute force. They're strong. Too strong. And they might be a part of the big three.
What big three?
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
That's not a thing.
That's definitely a thing.
No, it's not. There are no wizards.
Doctor Strange
Is a sorcerer.
A sorcerer is a wizard without a hat.
Before we get into it, we'd be really appreciative if you could just hit that subscribe and that bell button so you can get more content and stay up to date with everything Superior. So, Falcon and the Winter Soldier kicks off this Friday coming March 19th on Disney+. What we know so far is the series will consist of 6 episodes, with the episodes being anywhere between 40 to 50 minutes. Will they be like WandaVision and have post-credit scenes, or just very, 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 very long post-credits? We don't know yet. Nothing's been revealed about that. But from the trailers we've seen so far, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it looks a lot more action-packed than the first few episodes of WandaVision anyway. And let's see who we have confirmed as cast. We know, of course, Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan will be back as Sam and Bucky. We've seen in the trailers Sharon Carter will be in this series as well. We also know Baron Zemo, the big villain from Civil War, other than Tony Stark or Captain America, depending on which side of the coin you land on. He'll be back in this one, and he will be donning his iconic comic book purple ski mask, balaclava, whatever you want to call it. We also know we will have US agent John Walker, a very interesting villain, Cap fanatic, basically wish Captain America. Batroc will be coming back. We remember him from Captain America and the Winter Soldier. He's been confirmed. We know Rhodey is down. Don Cheadle's down to make an appearance. He's on the cast list for this show, so that'd be interesting to see what role he will have to play in it, and if his role will be just building up to Armor Wars. Let's get into the plot. So, kicks off after Endgame. Everyone remembers the scene. Cap giving Sam the shield. We don't know how far after Endgame it was set. You know, WandaVision was set almost a couple of months after Endgame. We know it's set before Far From Home. So I'm not sure if Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be set in around that time or more current. But we do know it seems to me like a buddy cop style format. And we see Sam and Bucky traveling the world trying to prove themselves as heroes. And it seems like Sam is still trying to prove himself worthy of the shield. And he hasn't taken on the name Captain America just yet, and he's still using the code name Falcon, so it'll be interesting to see how that develops along the series. Him and Bucky do seem to have an interesting dynamic. We've seen a couple of therapy sessions in the trailers, which will be, I think, will be the comic relief of the show, and it really does make it feel like a buddy cop show. Especially that scene you just seen there, part of the trailer, the start of the video here today, the aliens, androids, and wizards, the big three. Sorcerer is just a wizard without a hat. That'd be their dynamic. I love their dynamic since Civil War, so it'll be interesting to see if they keep building on that and have that buddy cop narrative between them. So it looks like in this plot, the big bad is going to be Baron Zemo. And with his trademark hood now, it looks like he's ready to get his hands dirtier than he did in Civil War. Although he got his hands pretty dirty, and that, to be fair. Do it upside down, drown, and do it dead in the bath. Here's the thing with places with war. I'll say that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what way he's going to go. Is he going to go play the long strategic game again, or is he going to just go all out full on villain? I'd honestly prefer him to keep with the strategic nature. I think that made him very interesting villain in Civil War. That he didn't have to lay a single punch on the Avengers. He broke them down from the inside, and I think they should develop more on his intelligence rather than brute strength. So as mentioned, Emily Van Camp is back as Sharon Carter. It'd be interesting to see how that goes, and will they mention the whole Steve going back and living his life out with Peggy not too long after he kissed Sharon, and how that must have been growing up We haven't seen her since Civil War, when she was working for the CIA. It'll be interesting to see what she's got up to between Civil War and Endgame. So yeah, another big bad in the series is John Walker. So it kind of seems like it'll have very basic storyline of trying to replace Captain America. I think he'd be a villain, but I think he'd be just more of a nuisance than anything else. I think he'll just be trying to prove to Sam that Sam's not worthy and he is. So see how that goes. Batroc coming back is an interesting one. He hasn't seen him since The Winter Soldier. So that'd be very interesting to see what part he has to play in it. And we also see in a clip of the Flagsmashers are going to be in this. The Flagsmashers will be an interesting one here to see. It's a lot of villains in this, which I think it's smart they made a show rather than a movie. I think we've seen in the past that too many villains in a movie can completely ruin it. And so it'll be interesting to see what kind of role they play in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think with all these villains, I think the travel of the world, trying to prove themselves, narrative could really work. It means they could face a different villain on every continent. And so it'll be interesting to see how they split the villains up and how they manage that dynamic of having so many threats, as well as the internal struggle between the two of them. And so I'm very interested to see mostly the therapy sessions and how to deal with that. But also I'm interested to see Sam's dynamic of possibly transitioning from Falcon to taking his former friend's moniker of Captain America. It's going to be a wild ride for sure. I've seen some people who got to see a preview screening today talking about amazing things, talking about how it has humanized the likes of Bucky and Sam to the point where they weren't humanized in the movies because they didn't have the time to get personal with these characters. So I think we're in for an amazing ride. And there's also rumors that we could be going to Madripoor. These clips from the trailer seem to confirm it. Madripoor has a lot of history with the X-Men, but also with Captain America. It was a place where Captain America and Wolverine first met back in World War II. But its history with the X-Men is something that I'm going to get onto in our video next week when I talk about the fan theories, best and worst, coming up on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, honestly, the cast list is outstanding. The plot looks amazing, and it gets very close to their chest. So apparently, just have it as a lot of villains, buddy cop, hate you, love you dynamic, traveling the world, proving themselves, and possible from zero to hero story for Sam, even though he was never a zero, let's be honest. He is still one of the more interesting characters around. I'd be interested to see if there's any potential cameos. Like, will we see Old Man Cap? Will there be flashbacks of Captain America from previous unseen footage from movies? Will we see Ant-Man? We know Falcon and Tic Tac have a nice little history together. It'll be interesting to see if we see him in any way, shape, or form with Quantumania announced coming in the next few years. And then also we have shows coming up. We have Hawkeye, we have the Riri Williams show, we have Miss Marvel. So it'll be interesting to see if we get introduced to any of them. And if we do, amazing. If we don't, I'm perfectly happy to. Just keeping the spotlight on Captain Sam and Bucky. Yeah, let me know what you think. What are you most looking forward to about The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? And what are your predictions for the plot? I'm very interested to see how this builds for the future of the MCU. I know a lot of people disagree, but I think WandaVision's done a great job of it. So, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the ball's in your court now. I'm very excited for Friday coming, and I'm sure along with everyone else, I'll be sitting with my popcorn ready and my comics in front of me, looking for all them Easter eggs. And I'm sure I'll get into it in a video later on in the week, but I'm sure a few of us are going to be pointing at the screen saying Mephisto. So yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all their forms of social media. We will talk to you again during the week when we do our video on the 5 best fan theories of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the 5 worst. Thanks for watching.